Do any of you actually believe that it would be better for a child to be born without an arm or a leg than to be raised with same-sex parents? Well, Matt Walsh does believe that. Let me show you this clip from about 10 days ago.
But this is essentially what we're doing with commercial surrogacy. And only it's worse because it's far better for a child to be raised lacking one of his arms than to be raised lacking one of his parents.
And when he says lacking one of his parents here, he means the biological parents, as in the people who provided the sperm and the egg only. Matt Walsh vehemently opposes the concept of gay couples using surrogates to build their families and calls it human trafficking. Let's look at that clip.
Money, babies are exchanged as part of contractual agreements, and you think to yourself, wow, that sounds an awful lot like human trafficking. Well, that just means you're more perceptive than the average moderate conservative who is always on hand to wish a hearty congratulations to gay couples who engage in this trafficking.
Now, as a lesbian myself with 3 adopted kids and a bonus kid who my wife birthed using a donor, I obviously have huge issues with his stance, and for good reason, which I'll be glad to share with you. And I have research to back up my stance, which Matt Walsh does not have. So stick with me here while I take a look at the reality of what happens to kids with same-sex parents, and let's look at some real-life examples. My name is Catherine Sloan. I'm a licensed therapist. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you are gay and have kids, please leave a comment and let's brag about our kids, please. First and foremost, the suggestion that a child is better off enduring a physical disability than being raised in a loving home by same-sex parents is not only factually incorrect, but also morally disconcerting. And it's disconcerting that his followers can't see the holes in his arguments and never apply critical thinking or question his views. So let me just be clear. Just because Matt Walsh says it does not make it true. I just wish that people like him could come into my home and see our family and see how much love our kids have and see how well-rounded they are. I mean, one day this fall, I came home to my daughter, who's 12 years old, making 20 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that she wanted to give out to homeless people in our city. It was all her idea. I did nothing to help. I just drove her downtown and helped her give out the sandwiches. And those are the types of values I want my children to have. I want my children to learn to respect, serve, and love other people. Research consistently shows that children raised by same-sex couples fare just as well, if not better, in several aspects of life compared to their peers with heterosexual parents. Let's take a look at this study from the ASA, which is the American Sociological Association, which found no evidence to suggest that children of gay or lesbian parents are disadvantaged in any significant respect relative to children of heterosexual parents. It says the review was limited to studies based on U.S. respondents and includes over 40 published original studies in reports, book chapters, and journal articles. I'm going to leave a link to this study so you can go read it for yourself. In my small city, I can think of around 20 families of same-sex parents, and they're all doing really, really well. And if my kids have been so disadvantaged, as Matt Walsh wants to think they are, then why would my 18-year-old pull me aside at Thanksgiving to thank me for the wonderful life he has? So I know from personal experience that kids with same-sex parents do well in this world, really well. And Matt Walsh has no personal experience, only strong opinions that hold no weight and have no basis. Furthermore, the assertion that a child needs a father to be well-adjusted is an antiquated notion that doesn't take into account the wide variety of family structures that do exist today. And now I do want to be clear that fathers do matter. I expect that one day my sons might want to be fathers, and mothers do matter. But in situations where there isn't a biological mother or biological father, there are numerous ways for kids to be exposed to different genders. My bonus kid, who's 13 years old, goes to an all-male school where he has mostly male teachers. He has numerous male role models who are invested in his life, and he has 3 older brothers. And there are other ways for kids to be exposed to various genders as role models as well. There are grandparents, aunts, uncles. Same-sex couples can and do raise healthy, happy, and well-adjusted children. The key factor is not the gender of the parents, but the quality of the parenting. Love, stability, and support are what truly matter. I get homophobic comments constantly on my content, and one woman made the comment that she felt sorry for my 18-year-old son because he's not going to know what it's like to be a man. And I responded with, "Oh, you mean my son who gets up every morning at 6 a.m. to run 5 miles, who just got a scholarship to college and graduated with a 4.3 GPA? And when I went back to check her response, she had just deleted her comment. Matt Walsh also ignores that there are countless children in the foster care system who long for a permanent loving home. Same-sex couples often provide these homes, offering loving homes to care for these kids. According to a report by the Williams Institute in 2020, same-sex couples are 7 times more likely than their heterosexual counterparts to be raising an adopted child and 6 times more likely to be raising foster children. So Matt Walsh, if this really is all about protecting and loving children, then when are you going to adopt a child or provide foster care to a child? These kids need you. By focusing on a narrow traditional view of what a family should look like, Walsh's argument overlooks the broader picture of what a family can be. A family is a sanctuary of love and understanding, a place where individuals, regardless of their backgrounds or the nature of their relationships, can come together to create a nurturing environment. I want you to watch this adorable kid talk about his 2 dads.
The 10th year of my papa and daddy being legally married. My papa and daddy weren't allowed to get married for the first 8 years. I'll take that as homophobic. And once they did, they had me. That's my dad cutting my cord and giving me my first meal. And this is our first family photo. They taught me to walk, to swim, and to be strong. To laugh, to love, to be proud of our community, to stop hate, to continue to march for equality, and for equal family rights. It took them 3 years to be my legal parents, but they were always my parents in my heart. Be my daddy forever. Oh, honey. They fought for me. So now I will always fight for us. I got this. I have 2 dads and we're getting tired because we're from New York. Get that homophobic stuff out of here.
As a therapist for the past 20 years, I've seen more clients come to me wanting help overcoming the fundamental religious beliefs of their parents, or they're on a journey to deconstruct Christianity, than I have had clients come to me to heal from any abuse from their same-sex parents. So just to summarize, the notion that a child is better off with physical impairments than with gay parents is not only baseless, but also deeply harmful. It perpetuates stereotypes, it stigmatizes families that are just as capable of providing love and support as any other family. The real measure of a parent's worth is not found in their gender or sexual orientation, but in the love and care that they provide for their children. If you are gay and have kids, please comment on this video and let's support gay families. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.